Matt Johnson, you just put out an album. It's a tribute, an homage to Hank. Homage to Hank Williams Snr. Can you give us a little portrait of who he was?
He was a manic depressive alcoholic that drank and drugged himself to an early grave at the age of 29. But he was also one of the most influential songwriters of the century. So that gives a brief description of him.
You're from England. How did you come across Hank Williams?
I mean, he died, say, 8 or 9 years before I was born. But his songs are classics, and you just forget that people actually wrote these songs. You know, they were. The first time I heard his songs may have been by people like Fats Domino or Johnny Cash. But it's about 5 or 6 years ago that I started to really listen to them intensely. In fact, I read a book, Your Cheating Heart, by Chet Flippo, which was the definitive biography up until this year, when a new one came out. But I found him quite compelling, you know, reading about this character. I didn't know too much about him, but after reading that book, it gave me a greater understanding of his songs. You know, subsequently, I got every recording I could find, got every lyric that he had written, and read several biographies to get a better understanding of him.
And it's the simplicity of his songs that really inspired you.
Yeah, very, very simple, very beautiful. And also they're about timeless themes, you know, just universal themes that are very close to people's heart. That's why I guess his songs are still very popular now.
On the album, the country spirit is there, but you did decountrify the music.
Yeah, I emphasised the blues side more because he was taught by a black street musician, a guy called Rufus Payne, also went under the name of T-Tot, who was a blues street musician, and he's the guy that largely tutored Hank Williams on guitar. So there's more of a blues element to Hank Williams than there is to a lot of country music. And I'm quite into blues, you know, whether it's the instrumentation, I use harmonicas and organs and minor chords and sevenths and things. So I just reworked a lot of the songs completely.
And you recorded live. Was that to keep the ambience of the way you might have recorded?
Oh, I did it in my studio in London, and that's the way I recorded my last album. It was fairly live, and I decided to keep the same instrumentation. And yeah, you get more natural dynamics if you've got a bunch of people sitting around playing together than if you do it individually. You know.
What do you think about the big country wave that's going on in America?
Yeah, I don't really listen to much radio, but I know it's become very, very successful. But a lot of it is very mainstream. It's very MOR sounding to me. It's like country rock. I'm not a big fan of a lot of it, to be quite honest.
This album, is it a Matt Johnson album or is it the album? Because
no, the, it's all the.
Because you have to explain to me how it works, because it changes sometimes the lineup, but you...
Yeah, it changes constantly. I'm the only permanent member, and it just, I just bring in new people. It's like a little soccer team, you know, you just bring in new people all the time.
And do you have another the album on the...
Yeah, I'm working on one in New York, actually, at the moment, which should be coming out the end of this year, the beginning of next. That is all new material. More aggressive than anything I've done for a while.
Is it the same musicians as on this album?
Possibly, or I don't know. Hopefully, yeah. It just changes. My mentality is very relaxed about it. You know, musicians come, musicians go, and I work with whoever happens to be around at the time.
But you're the mastermind.
Well, maybe.
Will you go on tour with
Hank Williams?
Hanky Panky?
No, he can do it himself.
Okay. And voila, a record like this?
Yes, Robert Johnson is the one I plan to do in a couple of years' time. There's even more myth and legend surrounds Robert Johnson than Hank Williams. Robert Johnson died even younger, I think 26 or 27. There was all these rumours circulating and myths that he had sold his soul to the devil in exchange for this genius talent that he possessed. And he's a very distant relative of mine. No.
You're kidding.
So that'll be one, and the Beatles as well, in about 5 years' time.
So you have this planned out?
Yeah, just it's something to do between my own albums, you see.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.